everybody. So I'm in New York, and you're probably wondering why I'm in New York. So the wonderful people at Powell invited me to come and document their 18-karat Rose Gold Flute as getting their North American premiere here. So I'm excited for the next 2 days to be able to show you this wonderful flute and have some people talk about it and get some insight on this wonderful company and how you can go and try this flute and many other flutes. And well, the rainy weather isn't stopping me so much. It's just here and there, but I'm excited to be able to share this with you guys. It's so cool.
My name is KRISTYN Moore. I'm the sales specialist for Powell Flutes. I'm very excited for the 18K event coming up. It's something we've really been working toward for many years now, not just the last couple months putting the event together, but launching this flute is an exciting thing for Powell. Previously did have an 18K, but it was so hard for our flute makers to work with that we only made a handful. So now we've redeveloped it, and it is just exceeding everybody's expectations and also easier to work with. So that'll be good when we want to produce more and more. The event is definitely the kickoff for this flute. It will feature 3 of our artists. One, Soo-Yeon Kim. She purchased the very first 18K that was made back in October. She'll be giving a recital and masterclass along with Alice K. DADE and Hiri Yoon.
Located in Midtown, the Buffet Crampon showroom houses many different makers that fall under the Buffet Crampon family. I spoke to Laurie Orr, who's the general manager of the showroom.
My name is Laurie Orr. I'm the manager of the Buffet Crampon New York showroom. I have been with the company for 10 years. We've been in this lovely new showroom for 6. I coordinate all events. I coordinate people coming in to try instruments, to check out the showroom for repairs as well. We're open to anyone that wants to come by and say hello, and also if you wanted to try something, you just need to call and make an appointment, and we will make sure that you can try whatever you want, but it is open to the public.
Now throughout the day there were many flutes to try. There were a lot of people coming in and out trying various types of flutes. There was a whole lineup from the 18-karat gold to wooden flutes to silver flutes to ornamite flutes to piccolos with golden keys, and it was just great to be able to see and try and hear many different flutists practicing on these instruments. It was great being able to try the many head joints. It was great to get expertise from the sales managers and from other flutists as well. A lot of curious flutists and a lot of well-known flutists also showed up and played on some of the flutes, and it was great to see some of the New York flute community there. I can't emphasize enough how many great flutes there were to play there. So many different types of so many different materials and craftsmanship, and it was just simply an amazing little space to try out these flutes. Now the flute that the whole show is about is the 18-karat Rose Gold Flute, which in its entirety is pretty much made out of gold. Now this 18-karat Rose Gold Flute has all the bells and whistles. It has a pinless mechanism. The springs are made out of 10-karat white gold. There are Schrödinger pads on there, which are just great pads that ensure a very, very good seal on each tone hole. You can have the tone holes either soldered or drawn. You can have it pitched at either A440, A442, A444, depending on where you're playing. This whole flute is one solid chunk of gold. Now the first day of master classes and events were led by Hiri Yoon, and she is currently a professor of the Seoul National University in Korea. But what was really awesome is hearing the students reacting to her way of teaching and enjoying the pieces that they were playing. I can't stress enough how interesting it is to hear other teachers trying to teach. I always emphasize to go and see as many as you can. It was also great hearing her playing in concert. Hearing some really cool pieces, and also hearing the other flutist, Soo-Yeon Kim, play duets with her as well in concert. It was a real treat hearing her play and teach. Now day 2 was chock full of events as well. Several master classes by Soo-Yeon Kim and Alice K. DADE. It was very interesting to see more master classes, more different ways of teaching, particularly from both of them. Soo-Yeon Kim, who is a New York native, and is currently part of the Chamber Music Society of the Lincoln Center. It was great seeing and hearing her stories about particular pieces, particularly with Poulenc. The master classes with Alice K. DADE, who's also a flutist and professor at the University of Missouri, it's really interesting to see the students reacting to her way of teaching and the energy she puts in while teaching. What really caught me is how each flutist that was teaching there all came from very different ways of teaching and experiences, and it just was a well-rounded 2 days of different types of teaching. I was lucky to have a few minutes to talk to Alice and ask her about her relationship with Powell Flutes in her life, and this is what she had to say.
My name is Alice K. DADE. I am based in Columbia, Missouri, where I am the assistant professor of flute at the University of Missouri School of Music. My first introduction to Powell Flutes was actually when I was looking for a flute during college. And I ended up purchasing an Oramite Powell, which I loved. I then moved to Sweden, where I performed with the Swedish Radio Symphony Orchestra as acting co-principal flute for about 2 seasons. Once I returned to the States, I kind of realized that it didn't fit my voice anymore, and I wanted to find a new flute. And with Flutistry Boston, I looked at several flutes, including, all of the biggies, and it was no question immediately when I played Powell's that this was my voice, and I'd come home.
Flute right here. Really wonderful flute, all gold keys, just one big chunk of gold, and it's really quite beautiful. I haven't played it yet. I'm gonna play it right now for you and tell you how it is. No, this one's in line. This one's in line G. Very interesting flute. Sounds very deep, and it's very easy to play, and just something really special. And it's really kind of heavy, and but super enjoyable to play with. I'm going to try the offset. This one is the offset G. Offset usually means that the G key here is moved forward a bit for the for the different shaped hands. This one. This one's absolutely substantially it feels like it's my flute, but it has this different quality, and that's the thing with flutes, when you make them out of different metals, different characteristics come out, and are different, and they're just different from each other, and it's really quite beautiful to have the opportunity to play something like this and go and try them out, and you can have that chance here or in Boston, or you can contact Powell Flutes directly, and they can, set you up to try these types of flutes, and it's just so beautiful. So cool to play, and and they come in so many different head joints. There were there was a lot of head joints here throughout the past 2 days, and you can interchange them and try them all out, and it's really quite substantial. This new 18 karat gold flute by Powell, it's It's really something truly special, and I just want to thank Powell for inviting us to come down here to New York and talking to them and talking to the people who are Powell, part of the Powell family, and just super interesting to see and hear how this was made and how they constantly strive to make something that is really cutting edge and really easy to play. When it comes down to it, super easy to play, and can really, it's an instrument that will last a lifetime, can actually last multiple lifetimes, and just, it's a beautiful, beautiful specimen of an instrument, and I can't encourage you guys enough to go and try these things out. If you guys have any questions or comments, you can leave them down below, and we can send you to the right direction or give you some questions, answer some of your questions. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please be sure to subscribe to the Flute Channel if you haven't subscribed yet. And if you like the video, be sure to like it as well. And we will talk to you guys next time. See ya.